It is 7 a.m. and right now on Denver7 News, shipments of Pfizer's COVID vaccine are preparing to be shipped out nationwide.
We don't want delays in this, Wolf. Lives are at risk.
So where in Colorado will the vaccine go and which hospitals will get the most? We're live with the important details to get the vaccine distributed.
And a local team is looking at where we should target those doses to best protect American lives.
It's not the time to take our foot off the gas.
But first, we have a Denver7 weather action day in effect through the morning. Although the storm's moved out, nice sunrise, we are waking up to a few inches of snow on the ground across the Front Range. This is a shot from our Lookout Mountain camera overlooking beautiful metro area. Good Sunday morning, and thank you for waking up with us. I'm Eric Lufer. Our Katie LaSalle is standing by in the Weather Center with our Denver7 forecast. Katie, the snow has stopped, but we're waking up with temperatures just in the teens and surprisingly very icy roads in and around town.
We've kept the weather action day going this morning just based on the really frigid temperatures and some snow-packed icy roads in spots. You can see skies are clear, though. The snow has ended for us here in Colorado. Overall, it dropped about 1 to 3 inches across much of Metro Denver. You can see a live look from Civic Center Park this morning. Definitely some slick spots out on our roadways with those temperatures really cold this morning. It is only 2 degrees right now in Longmont. If you can, just hang out, settle in, and stay warm inside this morning. 7 in Arvada, 10 in Highlands Ranch and Lakewood. We'll stay in the low 20s through 9 o'clock and upper 20s into 11. Daytime highs will reach the 30s here in Denver, and then a gradual warm up in store to start the week. Your full forecast still to come.
We'll go outside, take a look at a few CDOT cameras out there down south through Lone Tree. You can see there the off-ramps very icy. I-25 looks like it's okay, but take it slow. It's snow-packed and icy on I-25 near DU. We've got another camera out that way. I watched a car lose control on my drive-in right in this area. So it's going to take a few hours or so to get these roads cleared away. Pretty icy out there today. A major step forward in our rebound from the pandemic today. Shipments of Pfizer's COVID vaccine are being prepared to ship out across the country today. They're expected to arrive in Colorado by tomorrow. Denver7 Sean Toll joins us in the newsroom. And Sean, the vaccine will be split up between roughly 4 dozen sites in Colorado.
Yeah, Eric, and that is why this is what many of us have been waiting to finally get a vaccine out for some time and for people to actually be vaccinated. These shipments of the Pfizer vaccine were packed up and started heading out early this morning from their plant in Michigan, and as we've mentioned, they're being shipped in special ultra freezers to make sure that they stay viable. The vaccines could arrive in Colorado by tomorrow, and the state issued guidance on Friday for how the more than 46,000 vaccines will be distributed among the 46 hospitals in Colorado getting this first batch. Now, which everyone plans to be putting to good use right away to try to take the next step in fighting the pandemic.
My guidance was to ensure this precious commodity is received by the trained professionals at each state. I expect the first shipments to arrive Monday morning.
We're going to require that every dose that we get out has to be in an arm within 72 hours, or we will reallocate it to get it into an arm.
Now, the first people to receive the vaccine will be healthcare workers and long-term care residents. So it'll be a while before we can all get this. It's been a massive undertaking, but one a lot of people are excited to see happening. Back to you guys.
Sean, thank you. And researchers at CU Boulder are leading the way to determine who should receive the COVID vaccine first. They are working with colleagues at Harvard and the University of Chicago to study several scenarios. Among them, who should get the vaccine first if the goal is to minimize the number of fatalities, or who should get vaccinated first if the goal is to minimize the number of future infections.
One finding that came out clearly more than anything else was that to minimize the lives lost, we should prioritize those first doses after those that go to healthcare workers and other frontline workers to adults over 60. So when it comes to minimizing infections, we instead found that you should prioritize the doses to people 20 to 49, so basically working age adults.
They say vaccinating those who haven't had the disease before those who have, that could stretch the limited supplies and help achieve herd immunity faster.
An FDA advisory committee will meet this Thursday to discuss emergency authorization use of Moderna's vaccine. The government doubled its order of doses and is now asking for 200 million. Research shows both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are about 95% effective, but Moderna's version does not need to be shipped and stored at super low temperatures. We know so many of you have more questions about this vaccine, and that's why we are hosting that town hall Tuesday night at 6:30 to answer your questions. Our Ann Trujillo will moderate. Governor Jared Polis will be there along with some health leaders. So what are your questions and concerns? Don't forget to email us at 360@thedenverchannel.com.
Governor Polis says hospitalization rates are slightly declining in our state, but the next few weeks will be very important to see how the virus spreads. Public health officials say we're in a high plateau of cases. Our state reported just under 4,000 new cases yesterday, and you can see from this graph, the case numbers have been up and down over the past few weeks. And as for those important hospital bed numbers, there are just over 1,600 in use right now. But again, as Governor Polis says, those numbers are slightly trending down.
7:05 this morning, the Gilpin County Sheriff's Office says 2 firefighters found dead in their Central City home died from accidental carbon monoxide poisoning. 29-year-old Cody Allen and 27-year-old Shelby Allen died Friday. They both grew up and met in Gilpin County. Cody was a volunteer firefighter since 2009, and he was just promoted to a full-time lieutenant. Shelby had been volunteering since 2016.
Jefferson County deputies have arrested the woman wanted for intentionally setting a house on fire while kids were inside. Christy Sinner is now facing charges of attempted first-degree murder, as well as child abuse and arson. This happened on Friday night. We are told everyone who was inside the house is going to be okay. Right now, 2 men are in custody after a woman was shot and killed at a Safeway in Lakewood. Police responded to the store at West Colfax and Garrison around 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. Officers found Charlotte Williams badly injured in the parking lot. They attempted first aid, but she later died. Clennon Redd and Donald Robinson, both from Aurora, are being held on suspicion of murder. Police also want to talk to a woman last seen leaving the area wearing a white jacket and black pants. If you have a tip, please call Lakewood Police.
This year is a struggle for everyone, and for teen moms in Colorado, the challenges are bigger than ever. But one local group is determined to make this Christmas memorable for all the right reasons. Hope House, Colorado, helps teen moms provide gifts for their kids. By taking part in classes, programs, and events, moms earn points all year long, and yesterday they got to cash in those points, picking up toys and even household items like blenders, Instapots, and air fryers.
Yeah, I think it's been such a long year that to have the joy of gifts and just celebrating what they've accomplished has really, I think it infuses us with some hope.
Volunteers did curbside deliveries yesterday, trying to bring a sense of normalcy to a very uncertain year. All the gifts are donated by local people.